Okay, so this kind of looks familiar. I have this very same tractor at home. I don't have that one though. This is a converted Model T. This is a Ford Model T conversion. See that?
What's a Model T?
Made in USA. It's the Model T cowl. This is a Model T conversion. So what they did was they took the front. They even have the hood strap, the hood holders are on this guy. But look how they got the pedals converted here. So here's the pedals, your forward, your reverse, and everything. They made this gizmo. This is actually bought-in unit, and all you sit way to hell back here. I imagine they were probably cultivated with this thing.
It's a long one.
Really? Yeah, it's long. Oh well, there's the rear. Okay. So they took the rear and they bolted it to they took the drive shaft out. And I imagine they ran it on chain because the chains are gone. But look at that, 450. Yep, we got one of those. And here's what is this, F12 probably. It's a Farmall. It is the model 1929. What model is this thing? IHC. Yeah, it doesn't say what model it is, but I'm sure it's an F something or other. And this baler, this is really cool. I have never seen one like this.
A John Deere baler. Small balers, of course.
It's a small baler.
Idiot blocks.
Idiot blocks, but I've never seen one like this. Look how they come out the side. It's a wire tie baler. See the wire spools there?
Right.
They go through. That's cool. Yep. And of course you come over here to these. Gale made, this is a blower. Forage blower. Blows up into the silo. They've shortened the pipe, obviously. New idea. New idea, not no idea. And here's the Fordson. That looks awful familiar too. If you didn't know, I have one of these.
You don't have one.
I have this tractor. This is the Fordson. I think mine's a little newer than this. But no, I have this tractor at home. Huh? That's a case? There you go. There's the case. There you go. And what else we got here? Just a whole array of different elevators. Oh, here's a little tractor. It's another Farmall F12. Well, that's an F12. I don't know what that other one is then. There's a binder, I believe. I think it's a binder. Yep. This is a binder. So if you're cutting wheat, this is before you had combines and stuff, you would go into the field and it would cut it. This is all. This thing has transportation wheels, I guess. Yeah, this is on transportation wheels, but when you're actually...
Where do you drive it? Oh, it's right there, you sit on it.
Yeah,
it goes forward.
You sit over there, it goes forward, but these are transportation wheels. So you go down the roads or you transport it with these wheels. But that's the drive wheels, and then it just spits them out the side, and you get shocks from it. That's crazy. I didn't know they actually had them with transportation wheels like that. That's cool. Anyway, so this is the one-room schoolhouse. Smile, you may be on candid camera. I don't see a camera. I think it's just a really nice threat to keep people from being stupid. Anyway, yeah. You got an Apple on the desk. Look at these books, the old books. Course of study. It's cool. Teresa was just out stealing strawberries. Is that what you were doing, stealing strawberries?
Don't put the camera on my face.
You're so pretty. Oh, the Dunce Cap.
What?
The Dunce Cap. This is called a Dunce Cap.
A Dunce Cap.
Dunce Cap. A dunce cap, yes. So when you were bad, you were a dunce. Dummy, jerk, moron, stupid. And the teacher could belittle you, and it would put you on the seat.
That's not nice.
It's not nice, but that's what they did, you know. It was to form very well-behaved children. So you put the dunce cap on the kid, set them in the corner over there, and all the other kids could, you know, throw their erasers at them and stuff like that. So every day, and I know this from personal experience, my grandmother, not personal experience, but my grandmother would tell me the stories, because my grandmother, who was 93 years old, she was taught in a one-room schoolhouse just like this. And she said with the stove that's here, the stove was more central to the center of the schoolroom, but every day you were required as a student to bring firewood in the wintertime for the stove. If you didn't bring firewood to the stove, then you had to sit far away from the stove, like under the windows. This is what she told me. So all the other kids, they would move their chairs closer to the stove when it was really, really cold. And you know, here's your wood or whatnot. I can imagine in Iowa it would be difficult to come up with trees and stuff, but so they would move these things closer and closer to the stove because it was in the middle of the schoolroom. But if you didn't bring wood, you had to sit on the outside edges away from the heat, so you were really miserable. Some families couldn't afford to bring wood. They just didn't have it. And there was kids, then this was from my grandmother, she told me this stuff. So anyways, very similar, kind of cool that this is actually here. I like it. The books, this is what you would call, I guess, the library. Books that were provided, you had to check them out. But these are really cool. Can you imagine how small? Oh, these kids were skinny, man. This is the Inkwell. If you ever hear of boys dipping girls' hair in the Inkwell, well, that's what that is. There was a little glass that would fit down in there, and you would write with your feather or whatever it was, your ink pen. This was a little better one. I believe this one would fold up so you could get in and out of it. And that's nice, like this guy here. So DLW was a bad boy. I bet he sat over in the corner with the dunce cap on, because he had DLW written on here. And these look as though they were sanded off. This has had some repair work done to it with some kind of putty, but they didn't get rid of DLW or DW. God, these people are calling me like crazy. This is a dictionary. Pygmy. Pygmy should be at the bottom. Yep. Okay. The elbow to the knuckles, about 13.5 inches. Any of the several races of African and Asiatic dwarfs described in ancient history and legend. A person belonging to any of the several modern races of African Negrillo and Asiatic Negrito dwarfs. There's pygmies in the Philippines, correct? Yeah. Okay. So isn't that ironic that pygmy would be on my little student in the back there, right? You're not a pygmy though. You're quite tall for being a Filipino, right? She's tall. You go to the Philippines, you see these girls that are only like 3'4". They're pygmies. I guess you would call them that. I'm not being mean. I'm just telling the truth, right?
Remember all those letters? You have to
I do.
I mean, do they do that in school nowadays, or did
No, not anymore. They don't have any of that stuff anymore. They don't have a chalkboard. But those were the upper and lowercase letters that some of my younger viewers may or may not know. They have changed the letter G over time. Then, what is the other letter that they've changed in cursive? In New Jersey, they don't even teach cursive writing anymore. The Z.
That's sad.
I think Z they've changed. My grandmother wrote her G's different than we were. The D, I think, is different than what we wrote. It doesn't have the two.
The Q is wrong with RQ, the capital Q. RQ is like a round thing with a little...
Right. The Q is different.
The Q is different. It looks like number 2 to me.
Yes, it does, but it's different now than this is the old style. So that's cool. A lot of people don't know that, but the cursive has changed over the years, and now they don't even teach it. It is a form of art. A form of art. Yeah.
What's the bill for?
Here's the little ink the little ink. Oh, that's the school bell. So you'd ring that.
No, I thought they already got that outside.
What? No, that's a different one. This is cool. What is this? At Amish command, children dash into nearby cornfields. I don't know why. Amish students flee truant officer. Oh, cool. Huh. Okay. Refusal of Iowa's Old Order Amish in 1962 to hire qualified teachers led to conflict within the Buchanan County community. After many proposed compromises, a bill in '67 exempted the Amish from hiring certified teachers on the basis of religious principles. The exemption prompted other religious groups to lobby for educational freedom. Day of conflict, November 19th, 1965. So the parents told the kids to run like hell, and they did. And that's something. Yeah, that's something you never heard of. Some of the men are shown at Buchanan County Courthouse in Independence. That's here. That's this town. Cool. All foreign community. Yeah, that's cool stuff. Cool old history. Empty school bus waits for Prairie Miller Farm for school offers questions whereabouts of his children. Yeah, truant officers. I bet they buried a few of them.
Easy.
Oh, I didn't do it.
Wash.
Yep. Wash basin, yep. There's the flag, our flag. Iowa Standard School Superior School. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. Oh, what is your pledge allegiance?
Bayou McGee or some shit, I think.
No, some shit is not in the pledge of the Philippine flag.
Yeah, it is so. Thank you.
No, I'd actually like to hear it. I'm sure some of my viewers would like to hear it.
I'm not in the mood to sing with that shit, so let's go. Will you stop?
You don't want to play the game?
No.
You're a bad girl. Ooh, now this stuff will make your heart beat good.
What is that?
Lard. Black Hawk kettle rendered lard. I don't know. Do we go back out this way? Yeah, we do. Okay. Did you come in the back door?
No, I came in on the front.
You're a bad Asian, that's why.